Hello, it's Deborah from Attic Lane, and today I'm sharing with you two projects. They're identical, but they've been made for the daughters of a friend of mine, so they're only separated by different initials and different names, so each bag has been personalised. So I'm going to take these apart. I'm just going to do one because they're both the same, and I'm going to show you what's in the bag. The little bag is made from glassine paper, by the way, and the initial was cut out. I use Brother Scan and Cut, and I use that quite a lot in my crafting, and so I used that to cut out this letter, and I used Stays On grey ink just to add some interest to the bag, although really the bag is just a method of transporting this as a gift pack. I'm going to start at the back. This is another way that you can use your laminator. My regular viewers and subscribers will know that I do quite a lot of craft projects using my laminator, and here's another way to use it to make your own dividers. This is a matte laminating pocket, and what I've done is I've opened up the pocket and I've sprinkled in all these little bits and bobs. I sprinkled in a selection of these Nouveau confettis. So this is little blue stars, these are little aqua flakes. They get everywhere, absolutely everywhere. I'm still finding them all over the place. There are some lovely little purple butterflies, some pink hexagons, and this is called hot pink stars. And these are great for shaker cards, or for this technique, because they're lovely and thin. And when you cut the sheet down, you can cut through them as well, so they're nice and easy to use. Each bag has 3 of these little dividers, and the colours that I've used are the theme for the whole set. There are 6 little index cards in each set as well, and these tie in with the same colour theme. These are cut from some paper that I had in my stash, and it's a lovely way to use them up. The holes I've added to both of these have been made using special hole punch for Filofax's standard Filofax. This is my this is over 30 years old, this one, and I decided to pimp it up because it was looking a bit formal and old. So this is the punch that I used. The next thing is each little girl's name in a little pouch, but you can't get to this. This is sealed away. And it's sealed away using a technique that I've seen recently on YouTube and I've been practicing with. The way that you do it is by using one of these pouches that you use for holding documents in, and a soldering iron. Use one with a very sharp point. You can buy tools on Amazon. I decided to try and use my own soldering tool that I usually use for fusing fabric, but that's a whole other conversation. And if you use a metal rule and maybe underneath a piece of wood or something like that that won't get burned, you heat the tool up and you just draw it down the plastic and it will seal the plastic. So if you do it lightly once or twice, it will give you a seal. If you do it 3 or 4 times when the tool is really heated to its maximum hotness, then you can use it to cut shapes out. And that's what I did with this piece. So that is a sealed pouch. And I also created a space for my little blue shimmery paper, and I sealed that in, and then I put the name in where I wanted it to go, and then I sealed around the edges, and then I went round again to cut the shape out. And that means that the name is stored in the pouch and it won't fall out, and it's a nice way of knowing which kit is for which person. So that's the name. I'm going to hide that under these because it will shimmer under the lights and you won't be able to see properly. The next is a glassine bag. I do like a glassine bag. I don't buy them, I make my own. Now, in order to be able to punch down the side and strengthen the glassine bag, I've used a piece of sparkly washi tape. Inside the bag is a little printable card, so they can make notes on it. And then there are a number of little stickers. Now, I like a sticker. And the way that I make my stickers for my journaling is by using adhesive white sheets. So these are like paper on one side and there is adhesive on the other side. And I use a normal black ink and ink it up, and I stamp onto the white side of the sheet. These are the inks, these are the stamps rather, that I used. There's two from My Favourite Things. The mermaid one is called Mermazing. This one is called Ocean Pals. And this is from Mama Elephant. I love this stamp, it's so cute. It's called Little Bunny Agenda. It's just loads and loads of little bunnies doing things, and I love it. So these are then, when I have a full sheet of sticker paper inked up and stamped up with all of these designs, I run it through the Brother Scan and Cut. And it cut out all of these, actually double this amount, because I did everything on one sheet and then split it between the two packs for the two girls. So it cut out all of these times two in about 5 minutes. And it's cut them out really beautifully, and if I'd tried to do that, I wouldn't have done it as well, and it would have taken me a lot longer. So each little pack has got a handmade glassine bag and little stickers. And the idea is that the girls can stick those stickers throughout their journal or their planner, and they can colour them in to suit themselves as they want to colour them in. Then there is another little name tag, and this will go within the journal. It's got hole punches on, it's got some nice little die cut lace. Again, I've used the Scan and Cut to cut out the name, and again it's a way of knowing whose journal is whose. And then this is another of the little bags made using the soldering tool. And in here I have a sealed section right in the bottom, and this has little bits of tinsel and little sequins that will just sit in the pocket to make everything twinkle. I've used one of the pieces of paper that matches the pack that I used to make the index cards down the side to give it rigidity to allow me to punch the holes into it. And then I've taken some of the sentiments from the stickers, the stamp set. So I've taken these sentiments and I've inked them up onto the sticker paper. I've added some little fish from the stamp set as well around the sentiment, and then those are little stickers. And because I didn't want these to fall out the top of this bag, I've added a die cut piece of a die cut lace piece to the top of this, and just by folding that over, that's just enough to stop any of those little pieces falling out. And I've put a little don't know what to call it, a little pretty bit of juju on the top of that in matching colours. Then there is another little glassine, sorry, not a glassine, then there is, this is made using a matte laminating sheet. I like the matte pockets quite a lot. They're nice and subtle, and they're not quite as, I don't know, shimmery. They're certainly easier to show you under the lights. They're not going to reflect or bounce too much light onto you. These pictures are digital prints from a company called Vectoria Designs, not Victoria, Vectoria with an E, and I will provide a link to their Etsy shop. I'm sorry, that's blinding you a little bit there, isn't it? Because they have the most wonderful and beautiful shabby chic designs. Really, really lovely. There's a number of these figures. I've added some lace, and not lace, I've added some ribbon and a little matching colour safety pin to the top of each of these. And these were just printed off pictures, and then I've stuck them onto a tag that I just hand cut. But I've used a Nuvo glitter gloss pen to go over all of the little flowers to make them shimmer and shine. The last thing is another handmade glassine bag, again with the appropriate initial and a little heart in the corner. And then these are two little pockets that I've made, and I've used big brads to wind the thread around, and each of them has something in it. So this one has some little pop-outs that I think match the underwater theme that we have going on with the mermaids, and then a sealed bag with some little pink bits and bobs in it. And then this one has something else in it. This has another little handmade glassine bag secured with a piece of washi tape, and inside are blue and pink hearts, and again those were cut out using the scan and cut. So in each of those envelopes there is something tucked away as a little secret discovery. So I'm going to put those back together again, but I hope that's given you some ideas about how you might put together your own planning kit and maybe zhuzh up your planner a little bit, or as a gift idea for other people, might make their planning a bit more fun. Thanks for watching. I'm going to leave you with some close-up photographs of the kit that I've made today, and hopefully you'll join me again soon.